From the start of my coverage of the Steam Deck, I've gotten one question asked time and time again. How did I get Fortnite to run on the deck in my gameplay compilation? It's happened so much that I thought it was time to make a dedicated video for it. After all, for the past 3 months, I've played the game every day across my Switch, PS4, GPD Win Max, and Steam Deck. So, on this newest entry of the Performance series, we're diving into how the handheld PC can play Fortnite Battle Royale. There will be 3 sections to this video. First, we're going to talk about the game for those unfamiliar. Second, we'll go into how you get the game running on the Steam Deck. And finally, we'll go into how performance is on each of these methods. So let's start by talking about Fortnite. It's a free-to-play battle royale game available on every current platform outside of iOS, where 100 players are dropped onto an island, gather weapons, and duke it out to be the last person standing. Same genre as games like PUBG, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty Warzone. So what makes this game special? Outside of its colorful cartoony style and its default build mode where you can actually gather materials, it's a game that relentlessly gives you things to do with quests, XP, unlocking cosmetics, events, and its overly massive popularity. Epic Games has gotten countless brand deals over the past half a decade, bringing in character skins from Alien, Star Wars, Marvel, Rick and Morty, Stranger Things, Dragon Ball Super, Naruto, and even other game franchises like God of War, Halo, and Assassin's Creed. And Epic Games loves their dumb fun. Where else are you going to see Goku, John Wick, and a Xenomorph sitting together doing the Numa Numa dance? That popularity has also made it one of the most polarizing games of the current generation. A lot of people love it and will tell you, to the point that many people won't play the game at all. Not because it isn't good or fun, but because of its fan base never shutting up about it. They're so annoyed that they don't even want to play it. It's the same kind of internet toxic obsession that's pushed people away in years past from games like Minecraft, Kingdom Hearts, and even all the way back in the 90s with Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy VII. And that's a crash course in Fortnite. So how do we get it running on the deck? The Epic Games launcher on Linux, the Heroic Games launcher, won't actually run Fortnite on SteamOS. It's Linux-based, and Fortnite uses anti-cheat software, something that Linux is not compatible with. There are currently 2 workarounds for this. Your first option is Xbox Game Pass. You can set up Microsoft Edge in Steam and create a specialized bookmark to use the web version of Game Pass for xCloud, using cloud gaming to stream the game to the deck. The other option is to install Windows onto a micro SD card, throw it in the deck, and use Windows proper. Now the process for this isn't too overwhelmingly technical, but there are several steps. I'll throw an article above and at the end of the video to help you along that route. So now that we know how to do it, how well does it run? We'll start with Xbox Game Pass. Do note that this is not running natively. You're streaming the game from a server to your deck, just like with using xCloud on mobile devices. That means we're going to have a bit of input lag. As far as visuals go, Fortnite on xCloud has no graphical setting you can toggle. It's automatically set and can change depending on your connection. On my home Wi-Fi, I normally get something like this right here, which is comparable to the PC version on its high graphical preset, which you're seeing here with the shadows turned off. And with performance, my home Wi-Fi gets about 100 megs down per second, and my input delay in Fortnite was about 0.1 seconds or 100 milliseconds. This is about 1.5 times the amount of delay you'll natively get on a controller with console or PC games running at 60 FPS, but right on par with what 30 FPS games typically get. So this is pretty good for streaming. And it's worth noting that using this same xCloud game service on a mobile device with a backbone controller is going to give you easily twice as much delay as you're getting here. The Steam Deck knows how to use its internet. As far as frame rate goes, it's great. My matches shift around 58 to 60 FPS, so it's incredibly smooth, especially if you want Fortnite in portable form. While I've loved playing the game on my Switch, having 58 to 60 FPS versus the Switch's locked 30 is a bit of a difference. Now for Windows. Once you get Windows 10 installed on the Steam Deck, you can install the Epic Games launcher and Fortnite from there, along with all of the other things you need like the Windows drivers and a tool to enable the built-in gamepad to be recognized as a controller. Now performance on Windows requires a bit of work. Long story short, performance rendering mode is the only way I got a smooth-ish experience. No combination of settings I tried got rid of the constant jitters, freezing, and hang-ups. Even on lower settings, I got slideshow wait times just while I was falling onto the island. You gotta go into rendering mode and turn on performance. And even with performance mode, Having 3D resolution at 100% will still get you a lot of jitters pretty consistently. If you want to get rid of them, you gotta drop that resolution down to not a good place. I was still getting jitters at 50% and most of them went away at 40, at which point the game looked pretty bad with many of the renders becoming blurred colors. I would personally just stick it up around 80% and take the occasional jitters in exchange for the game still looking good. So what do we think about these two methods? Game Pass is a lot easier to run, looks a lot better, but has a little more input delay, while Windows is more reliable on connection, but will never be perfectly smooth. And to be honest, Windows doesn't run that well from an SD card on the Steam Deck anyways, so I think Game Pass is the better option. Plus, Fortnite is free to play, so you don't need a Game Pass subscription to play the game through Game Pass Cloud. Now for our final section, battery life. This is actually really great. Streaming with Game Pass Cloud will give Fortnite and pretty much anything else on Game Pass a crazy 4.5 hours of battery life on max brightness and well over 5 on lower brightness. And with Windows, well, you get pretty typical Steam Deck game performance. Battery life around 2 to 3 hours, significantly less than Game Pass. Now, as we wrap all this up, would I recommend Fortnite to Steam Deck users? If you're willing to put in the effort, you can make it work and get a much better experience on the go than Switch users can get. You will have to settle for either jitters or slight delay, but the delay I get with Game Pass isn't a real deal breaker. I'd say that's well worth the visual fidelity and high frame rate. And that's all I have for you today. I'll have more Steam Deck coverage and Switch reviews for you soon. As always, thank you for watching and have a great day.